Goyal Brothers Prakashan welcomes all the participants in the webinar. We are happy to introduce Goyal Brothers Prakashan as one of the leading educational publishing houses in India. For more than 6 decades, we have been engaged in the educational publishing and educational technology business. We publish all types of educational books for the K-12 level in different subjects for CBSE, ICSE, and different state boards of India. The company has been selling about 10 million books every year in more than 25,000 schools in India and abroad. Goyal Brothers Prakashan has been conducting seminars, workshops, and webinars for principals, teachers, educationists, students, and parents on various educational and non-educational topics like change in syllabus, exam pattern, career guidance, parenting, pedagogy, coding classes, usage of technology, cyber security, general awareness program, and many more. We have conducted many hundreds of webinars with about 1 million participants in the last 3 years. The technology arm of Goyal Brothers Prakashan. Bright Tutee provides online digital learning content for the K-12 level in a variety of languages for more than 20 educational boards in all of the major subjects.
I would like to introduce now Suman ma'am. She's here with us. She's an author, editor of a lot of books, and she's having experience of more than 10 years. So ma'am, the platform is all yours now. We may begin with the webinar. Thank you.
Hi, good evening everyone. And let's start with the discussion of entrepreneurship, term 2 question paper. I think all our students here. Are they on unmute, ma'am?
I guess they're allowed to unmute.
Yes, because number is less.
Yeah, they're allowed to unmute, ma'am. We haven't put the limitation. Yeah,
Okay,
Vedansh has done that.
Let's start discussion of question paper.
Ma'am, we have a mixed group of teachers and students. Thank you.
Okay, teachers and students. Clear. So let's start discussion. These are the instructions which were there in your question paper. Section A, B, C. And section A, number of questions were 6 questions, and we need to attempt only 4 questions out of 6. What if we attempted more than 4? Only first 4 questions will be checked. First 4, even these wrong or correct. So first 4 questions will be checked. In section B, again total 5 questions, but we need to attempt only 3. What if you these are 3 marks and we need to attempt 4 questions. Out of 5, we need to attempt 4 questions. These are 3 markers, and in 5 mark questions, 4 questions were there. We need to attempt 3 questions. So these were guidelines in today's paper. Total 15 questions were there, and you need to attempt only 11. Out of 15, 11 questions. This is first question, EOQ, economic order quantity. This is very first time when it is asked about demand, calculate demand. Instead of calculating economic order quantity, it is asked demand. What was your answer? If we calculated demand, we put the formula of economic order quantity, same formula, and demand, we can assume it as X, or we can take it as D only. And the best moment when we have to remove the square root. How we can remove the square root? Simple, by squaring both sides. When we do by squaring both sides, under root sign will be removed, and the final answer demand आपका complete answer होगा, and the demand is total 12,000. Next question, what is the job of angel investors? What is the job of angel investors? Angel investors is valuable. They fill the gap between the startup's requirement and the capital. Who are angel investors? Who invested their own capital, who give expertise, skills. And one feature of angel investors, if it is asked features, we need to write feature, underline it, and then feature we have written. The weightage of this question is 1 plus 1. 1 mark for the job of angel investor and 1 mark for the feature of angel investor. What is the feature of angel investor? they invested their own money, or you can write they give expertise, they give skill, or there are so many features. You can write any one. Then third question, what is meant by personal selling? Very simple question. When we buyer and seller meet face to face, this is personal selling. And two roles of salesperson. Two roles of salesperson. This is direct question from your book. And which unit is this? This is third unit. Salesperson can be persuasive, informative. These are two roles. Different other two roles you can write. So 1 mark for personal selling and 1 mark for two roles. Two roles. Two roles means half mark for one role, half mark for another role. Then give the meaning of franchisee agreement. Again, same direct question. What is franchising agreement? This is the question from unit 4. Franchising agreement is the legal agreement between franchisor and franchisee. And when we explain this complete meaning, we get complete 2 marks. Question number 5, variable price method, pricing. Marketing mix, 4Ps, and in 4Ps product price place promotion. In place mix, in price mix, variable price method is this, and variable price method means different prices for different customers or different markets or different places. So we need to explain only meaning here. We can add examples also. Then question number 6. Yes, obvious case study, mark segregation is there. Look at the below last line of the question. Half plus 1 is equal to 2. Half mark for part A, half mark for part B, and 1 mark for part C. Total 2. Identify enterprise growth strategy. Identified, adopted by Urja and KTC. We always read question first from the case study and then we move on the case study. हमने question पढ़ा कि ग्रोथ स्ट्रेटजी आइडेंटिफाई करनी है, ऊर्जा और केटीसी ने कौन सी फॉलो की. लेट्स रीड द क्वेश्चन नाउ. ऊर्जा एंड केटीसी वाईफाई आर टू ब्रॉडबैंड प्रोवाइडर कंपनीज operating in Southeast Delhi. It means they are operating in same market. They are operating in same market. Now there is little bit confusion among different parts, different types of merger, and in this same market, strong base over the years, the COVID-19 pandemic made the office and schools switch their customer base online. Just then, a multinational service provider company Storex BB entered the market and launched its services at a much cheaper price with better connectivity. To counter the threat posed by the company Storex BB, both companies, Urja and KTC Wi-Fi, decided to consolidate their business. Only this line gives us answer. Consolidate their business. If you open your book, a direct line is given in the consolidate business. This is the question paper. And if we check question, consolidate business is given in horizontal type of merger. हो सकता है आप इसे market extension सोचें, product extension सोचें, but the exact line is given in the explanation of horizontal type of merger. So first part, identify enterprise growth strategy. This is merger, half mark for this. Then type of growth strategy, this is horizontal merger. And the last, goal of type of growth strategy. What is the goal of type of growth strategy? To acquire market or to provide other services. So, or you can write in your own words. You can write in your own words. CBSE is very flexible. CBSE is not rigid about the answers. We always take decision for the welfare of student, for the benefit of student. So, if you have written other point, yes, obvious marks will be given. Means if point is related with the question, related to the growth. So, in part C, point will be accepted. Clear? So question number 6 is from unit 4, growth and strategy. Question number 7, very easy question, cash conversion cycle meaning. So cash conversion cycle, when we convert raw material into finished good, this complete cycle is related to the cash conversion cycle. How it is related with the cash conversion cycle? See, we buy raw material, and to buy raw material, we use cash. And when we buy raw material, we convert it into the finished goods. After converting it into the finished goods, we sell it. Again, we receive cash. So this entire cycle is cash conversion cycle. If this is related to the manufacturing goods, this cycle is little longer. But if it is related to the trading business, the cycle is smaller. So Cash conversion cycle is the complete process of converting raw material or goods into cash again. And by this case, we again buy raw material or goods. This is the meaning of cash conversion cycle. You can write in your own words, then relationship between cash conversion cycle and quantum of working capital required. Quantum means quantity of the working capital. Longer the cash conversion cycle, longer the means larger the working capital we require. It means work cash conversion cycle जितना लंबा होगा वर्किंग कैपिटल उतनी ही ज्यादा रिक्वायर होगी. हाउ ज्यादा कैसे? क्योंकि अगर कैश कन्वर्ट होने में समय लग रहा है तो हमें खुद से अपने आप से कैश यूज करना पड़ेगा. और कैश यूज जब हम बिजनेस में कर रहे हैं, दिस इज रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ वर्किंग कैपिटल. मींस डायरेक्ट आंसर रिलेशन है, डायरेक्ट रिलेशन है कैश कन्वर्जन साइकिल एंड क्वांटम ऑफ वर्किंग कैपिटल रिक्वायर्ड बाय अ बिजनेस. एंड सी पार्ट ग्रोस वर्किंग कैपिटल. तो 1 mark for A part, 1 mark for B part, and 1 mark for C part. So C part, gross working capital. What is gross working capital? Total of all current assets. Read this question. Current assets in this question are stock, debtors, cash, and short-term investments. All others are not related to the current assets. So if we do total of these current assets, the answer will be rupees 5,88,000. This is our correct answer. Rupees 5,88,000. What if you have written the complete formula, but there is some error in the calculation? At that time, half mark in the formula and half mark obvious deduction for the wrong calculations. Question number 8, a little bit tricky. This is because CBSE had 8% debentures. This is easiest for the students who are in commerce, who are commerce students, who are studying accountancy, but little bit difficult for the students who are in humanities because they are not familiar with the debentures. But yes, we teachers give them enough practice to solve these type of questions. So return on equity. Return on equity means how much an entrepreneur is earning on his or her own money. Equity means own money invested by the entrepreneur. And in this question, what we do, we will apply proper format of the to solve this equation. What is the first step? First of all, we need to convert these expenses or values into per annum. Return on equity, return on investment, we always calculate per annum. Like monthly sales revenue was 10 lakh. We have to calculate it per annum. To calculate it per annum, we will multiply it by 12. Yes, obvious, we will multiply it by 12. So the answer is monthly sales revenue. First of all, we write monthly sales revenue. This will be 1 crore 20 lakh. When we multiply 10 lakh by 12. Then cost of goods sold 4 lakh, and this is monthly. So we will multiply it by 12. So annual cost of goods sold will be 48 lakh. And what is gross margin? Gross margin is sales revenue minus cost of goods sold. So sales revenue minus cost of goods sold, gross margin is 72 lakh. 72 lakh. Yes, we calculate gross margin 72 lakh. After this, what we do? We will deduct fixed expenses, but not per month, per annum. We need to multiply salary, rent, electricity, each and every item by 12. To make our calculation easy, what we can do, we will find total fixed assets like 1,50,000, 50,000 and 10,000, 2,10,000. We will multiply it by 12. What if you multiply individual units by 12? Obvious, correct. There are so many ways to solve the question. We will solve it, but the method should be correct. So total fixed expenses per annum, we multiply all these items, salary, rent, electricity by 12 to calculate it per annum. And after multiplying and adding these figures of fixed expenses, total amount is 25 lakh 20,000. 25 lakh 20,000. Gross margin minus fixed expenses is 46 lakhs 80,000 and minus, now we will deduct depreciation. Depreciation amount given is 35,000. We will deduct 35,000. Now our answer is 46 lakh 5,000. What is next step? Now we got earning before tax. Earning before interest and tax. We need to deduct interest now. Interest on the amount which we taken as loan. Loan. We taken from the state bank and loan we taken in the form of debentures. So 12% loan from State Bank means 12% of 2 lakh. 12% of 2 lakh is very easy calculation, 24,000. And 8% debentures, 8% of 2 lakh means 16,000. So total interest which we need to pay, which Nirja International is paying, is 24,000 per annum to State Bank and 16,000 per annum to debenture holders. So total interest Nirja International is paying is 40,000. So 40,000 we deduct from it. 40,000, when we deduct 40,000 from it, the final answer is 46 lakh 5,000. This is earning before tax. But yes, obvious, we calculated sales revenue per annum, cost of goods sold per annum, what we deducted, fixed expenses per annum, interest given to State Bank and debentures, then we deduct depreciation. Now, what is the last task? Last task to deduct tax rate. Tax rate is 30%. 30% on what? 30% on profit before tax. So profit before tax was 46 lakh 5,000. We will calculate 30% of it, and 30% of it is 13 lakh 81,500. Deducted, the answer earning after tax. Earning after tax is 32 lakh 23,500. Put the formula for return on equity. Return on equity, earning after tax upon total equity. What is total equity? Look at the first line of the question. 10 lakh is the investment. And out of this 10 lakh, 2 lakh plus 2 lakh, 4 lakh. 4 lakh is the loan. So equity is 6 lakh. Equity means amount invested by the owner only. So this is 6 lakh. So 10 lakh minus 4 lakh, 6 lakhs is equity. Profit after tax is 32 lakh 23,500 upon 6 lakhs into 100. Answer is 537 into 537.25%. Why in percent? When we multiply it by 100, answer is in percentage. So final answer is 537.25%. What if you have calculated only sales revenue minus cost of goods sold? Yes, step by step marks are there. What if you have calculated on monthly basis? Obvious, step by step marks are there. आपको zero नहीं मिलेगा. जो भी आपने कोई भी steps लिखे, steps are correct, marks will be given to you. So little bit tricky, but yes, it was interesting question related to your syllabus, from your syllabus only. This is from unit 5. Explain 3 components of brand. 3 components of brand. I think this is your favorite question. Very easy. Brand name, brand mark, and trademark. Brand name, brand mark, and trademark. Explanation, headings plus explanation. And question number 10. Explain synergy as a reason for merger and acquisition. What is synergy? You remember 1 plus 1 is 11. Yes, sum of 2 firms is more than the value of their sum of individual values. Means if there are 2 firms, firm A and firm B, value of firm AB is larger than value of firm A and value of firm B. This is synergy. And what is the reason why we accept synergy as merger and acquisition? We need to explain only meaning of synergy. And if you have explained types of synergy, this is also accepted. So synergy part we will explain. We had to explain here. I hope you covered this question, and this was the easy question. This question is from chapter 4, growth strategy. Question number 11, again case study, but same unit, unit 4, and related to your daily life, pricing strategy. We always read question first, pricing strategy used by Rupali, and marketing objective of the pricing strategy. Marketing objective of the pricing strategy, why Rupali accepted this type of pricing strategy. So third part, 2 advantages of pricing strategy of this firm. Let's read case study. Rupali intends to start an enterprise that will produce healthy alternatives for chocolates and sugar cravings. In order to assess the taste preference of people and possible option for flavor, she conducted an online survey. Based on the information collected, analyzed the market and decided to launch coconut jaggery and seasonal based chocolate under brand name Coco Demeria. She decided to fix the price chocolate at a relatively lower level. Underline this point, relatively lower level in the beginning. Later on demand picks up, she may revise the price. Which pricing strategy? Penetration pricing strategy. Yes, when we keep initial prices very low, So this is penetration pricing strategy. First question, A part, 1 mark. If we write only penetration pricing strategy. If you want to explain it, you can explain. कर दिया है तो भी ठीक है, नहीं किया है तो भी ठीक है, मार्क्स आपको मिलेंगे बिकॉज हमने आपको ओनली आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए कहा था. Then state the marketing objective of pricing strategy adopted by Rupali. Marketing objective, one is to cover larger area, one is to defeat your competitors, one is to attract more customers, another is to increase sales volume. There are so many marketing objectives. आपसे कोई एक पूछा गया है, जो भी आप लिखेंगे it will be accepted if it is correct. Then mention any two advantages of the pricing strategy. Same advantages like we can defeat our competitors in easy way, we can cover the larger area. Two advantages same, number 1 and number 2. So 3 marks in question number 11. Let's discuss part C. Maximum time obvious आपने यही consume किया होगा. And what is meant by venture capital? Which unit is this? Unit 5, venture capital. Unit 5, venture capital is the amount invested by the venture capitalist in your business. Venture capitalist always give guidance to you, and then it is asked 4 features of venture capital finance. This is from unit 6. So 4 features of venture capitalist finance, we need to write 1, 2, 3, 4. Question number 13, channel of distribution. Explain any 4 factors affecting channel of distribution with the nature and quality of the product. Nature means the product is perishable or no. If product is perishable, we accept only shorter channel. We may accept direct channel, 0 level channel, or maximum 1 level channel as goods are perishable. अगर goods जल्दी खराब हो जाती है. If the good is complex good, like अगर आप एरोप्लेन खरीदने जाते हो तो क्या होगा, आपको 0 level channel ही मिलेगा क्योंकि they need to explain you about the complexity of the product. अगर simple good है like this stationery or the other things, we can buy it from the retailer. So longer channel can be used. So these are different factors which help us to identify different channel of distribution, direct channel or indirect channel. If we are following indirect channel, we are following 1 level, 2 level or 3 level. So 5 points are required in this question. Question number 14, case study. Kapoor Maritimes, but we read question first. So identify and explain type of business combination adopted by Kapoor Maritime Limited as its growth strategy in the Goa market, and explain 2 advantages of this adopting desired strategy. Let's read the case study. Kapoor Maritime Limited is a renowned name in the naturally flavored ice creams made from fresh fruits and edible vegetables. The company has its presence in Maharashtra and Goa. Its ice cream sells under the brand name Satvika. Company has a strong foothold in Maharashtra but is struggling for the success in Goa market. The reason is the presence of successful local brand by Pastel Ice Creams Limited in the market. Pastel Ice Cream Limited is selling natural ice cream with locally preferred flavor. So underline this point, Pastel Ice Cream Limited is selling ice cream with locally preferred flavors, and this is a small entrepreneur local brand. This line will help us to catch the answer, to identify the situation, identify the type of growth strategy. So Pastel Ice Cream is the local brand. Kapoor Maritime Limited tried to negotiate its way, but because of the goodwill of Pastel Ice Cream Limited, it could not succeed in the efforts of frustrated Kapoor Maritime. Frustrated, underline this word, frustrated. Help us to identify the answer. क्या ये फ्रेंडली एक्विजिशन हो सकता है? बिल्कुल भी नहीं, क्योंकि फ्रस्ट्रेटेड वर्ड आपको दे दिया, तो फ्रेंडली एक्विजिशन तो नहीं है. Kapoor Maritime Limited started buying the shares of Pastel Ice Cream Limited to gain control over management Pastel Ice Cream. It means hostile acquisition. क्योंकि Kapoor Maritime is frustrated. अब फ्रस्ट्रेट होकर उन्होंने शेयर्स खरीदने शुरू कर दिए हैं पेस्टल आइसक्रीम के, जो कि एक लोकल ब्रांड है. तो ये होगा hostile acquisition. Identify, explain type of business combination adopted by Kapoor Maritime Limited. So this is hostile acquisition, and this is from unit 4. If you are following CBSE book, yes, direct answers, direct questions from CBSE book. Explain 2 advantages which Kapoor Maritime Limited would have to adopting its design strategy. By adopting this design strategy, Kapoor Maritime will cover the larger market share, larger area, can attract maximum customers, and can defeat the competitor. Who is the competitor here? Pastel Ice Cream Limited. So this is case study questions. This is a case study of 5 marks. So mark segregation is not given. CBSE, I think 1 plus 4 can be there, 2 plus 3 can be there, 3 plus 2 can be there. We don't know, but total 5 marks question. Last question, question number 15. Pratap Furniture. Let's read the question. Identify and explain the type of capital market from which Pratap Furniture Limited is going to raise funds. Let's see. Pratap Furniture Limited is the market leader in molded furniture. Now it is planning to enter into new product line. Furniture made of wood and bamboo. To start production, it needs new machines and skilled labor along with good quality wood. For all this, it needs 2 crore. Pratap Furniture Limited is planning to raise funds by issue of prospectus. Underline it. By issue of prospectus. It means obvious primary market. But its board of directors decided to honor the existing shareholder by offering them shares on pro rata basis. What is this? Right issue. When we are giving shares to our existing shareholders before going to issue through prospectus. Identify and explain the type of capital market. Primary market, because we are issuing through prospectus, we are issuing new shares. Shares are issued by the company. So this is primary market. Complete. A part complete. Identify and explain. We need to explain it. Read the question properly. Only identification will not work. We need to explain also primary market. What is primary market? New issue market, when shares are issued by the company very first time. Explain 2 methods of raising funds discussed in above case. 2 methods of raising funds means different methods from which we can raise funds. Right issue, public issue, when we issue shares to sophisticated investors only. Different methods we can adopt of primary market only. What reward do investors get? Shares are through prospectus. अगर हम prospectus के through share issue करते तो investors को क्या reward मिलता? This answer is a direct line from your book. So reward, the only reward IPO is to seek appreciation to their investment, possibly dividend. कि maximum possible dividend उन्हें मिलेगा. So question paper discussion complete. If you have any queries related to this paper, you are free to ask. Vishali ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My laptop was hanged for a second, actually.
Yes,
Just give me a second.
Okay, ma'am.
If anybody is having any other doubt, they can ask ma'am. So I guess, ma'am, everything was very much clear. You have prepared the PPT in such a short span, which was really commendable as in your part, and you have gone through everything. I'm really delighted to have this webinar with you. So I would like to thank all the participants and as well as you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Vishali ma'am.